Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to NXT. And we are going to kick NXT off with Johnny Gargano. And you know, Johnny Gargano isn't really happy for what happened last week in the main event of NXT, but no way. And it's this son of a bitch, Tommaso Ciampa. Tommaso Ciampa, he turned his back on Johnny Gargano. He ditched NXT with the knee injury. He wasn't seen for months. He wasn't seen for weeks. Was Tommaso Ciampa. And then he came out of thin blue air last week to close NXT to attack his former friend, his former tag team partner, Johnny Gargano. And Ciampa, he's been the, brunt of controversy on the black and gold brand for the past couple of months, ever since his betrayal of Johnny Gargano. And Tommaso Ciampa with the methodical walk to the ring, the boos reigning Full Sail University. And Full Sail University is a pretty small crowd, and yet this guy's being booed out the damn building, and it's much deserved. Everything that Tommaso Ciampa has done has been, you could call it evil. The way he attacked Johnny Gargano, his former friend, the way he's been, dodging Johnny Gargano. He dodged Johnny Gargano. Last time we saw Tommaso Ciampa before last week was at TakeOver Brooklyn, where he dodged Johnny Gargano. Ciampa says he tore his ACL, and medically proven that he did. And Tommaso Ciampa said he has destroyed everyone's dreams. But wait a minute! Look who's behind you! It's Johnny freaking wrestling! It's Johnny Gargano! And now Tommaso Ciampa gonna get his hands on Johnny Gargano! But Johnny Gargano is gonna lay right to Tommaso Ciampa! And a kick right to the back of Ciampa's bald, shiny head! And now the rights by Gargano. Knife edge chop to Tommaso Ciampa, to the Psycho Killer. And now Johnny Gargano gonna throw Tommaso Ciampa to the outside. And this does not bode well for the Psycho Killer. And guess what? It's everything that this guy deserves. Suicide dive! And Johnny Gargano throws himself onto, his former friend. And you could feel Johnny Gargano's anger. You can feel his heart. You can feel his passion. And now picks him up. And he jacks the jaw. And look at Tommaso Ciampa again, dodging Johnny Gargano. And Johnny says, face me at TakeOver. Face me at NXT TakeOver New Orleans. Just me and you. And what an announcement made by the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels. Next week, Ember Moon will take on Sarah Logan, and Candice LeRae will take on Liv Morgan. If they win their respective matches, they're added to the NXT Championship, Women's Championship match at TakeOver New Orleans. And, this TakeOver is setting up to be one of the greatest NXT TakeOvers, one of the greatest productions that WWE has ever produced, as Tyler Bate is set for some in-ring action. And remember last week, Tyler Bate, he beat a former NXT Tag Team Champion, former United States Champion Kalisto, and a match that was, well, the show stealer, I should say, before he was brutally assaulted by, along with Kalisto, I should say as well. He was brutally assaulted by the Authors of Pain, Paul Heyman as well. Clients, quote unquote. Some people like to call them lackeys. I would call them clients to save my own skin. As Tyler Bate set to go one-on-one with Eric Young, and this is a rematch, ladies and gentlemen. A couple of weeks ago, Bate went one-on-one with Eric Young, and Eric Young, he beat Tyler Bate. He rolled him up, and he defeated Tyler Bate in an upset as Eric Young, the insane Eric Young, and oh, what a European uppercut by Tyler Bate, and now Bate, another European uppercut right to Eric Young, and he's not going to let that mishap happen again. Is Tyler Bate, and what a drop kick by Eric Young. But what Tyler Bate fails to realize is that, well, Eric Young, he has the experience over Tyler Bate, and now cranking that neck again, cranking the neck of the young Tyler Bate. Bate has the, well, age difference. He has the advantage in that over Eric Young. He's faster, he's smaller than Eric Young. Eric Young, though, he has the, well, in-ring experience. He's been in the wrestling business for over 15 years. He knows what to do in and outside that ring. He's wrestled all over the world as Eric Young. And now, Tyler Bate. Oh, trying to get back into gear here. And what a right hand by Bate. The heavy-handed 20-year-old Tyler Bate. And now, on the second rope, what a clothesline! What a clothesline to Eric Young. And now Tyler Bate, he still has Paul Heyman and the Authors of Pain in the back of his mind. And oh, I'm thinking if Paul Heyman, if he can't get Tyler Bate to join his team through, well, verbal exchanges, I think he's going to have to do it by coercion. He's going to have to do it by force, by physical contact. And that's exactly what the Authors of Pain have done to Tyler Bate. They jumped Tyler Bate. They jumped Kalisto last week to send a message, oh, to Tyler Bate, to show a message that, well, they're not playing around anymore. The offer that Paul Heyman is offering up, well, it's expiring very soon. And maybe a guy like Eric Young can use an offer that Paul Heyman is dishing out, because, you know, Eric Young, he hasn't really been prominent in NXT for the past couple of months. And what a Luthez press, and he follows it up with rights right to Tyler Bate. But Paul Heyman has seemingly targeted Tyler Bate in this, well, persuasion to join his conglomerate, he likes to call it. And now Eric Young with the rights, and now the knees, digging the knees right into the face. And I don't believe that Paul Heyman wants a guy like Eric Young. He wants a young guy. He wants a guy who's young. He wants a guy who's, well, impressionable, I should say. But Eric Young, with the right hands in the corner, he just really has been taking control of this contest, has Eric Young. And Tyler Bate, he's really shown himself to be not impressionable. He's been hard to impress, as Tyler Bate has been. And the chokehold by Eric Young, he's playing dirty here as we inch closer and closer to NXT TakeOver New Orleans. And look at the Boston Crab just wrenching away at Tyler Bate. Bate in trouble. He lets go of it. Eric Young, he lets go of the Boston Crab, seemingly to do more. Again, just draining all the energy of Tyler Bate, trying to get out this working hold. And that's what Eric Young wants Tyler Bate to do. He wants Tyler Bate to use all of his energy to get out of this working hold. And by the time he's out of the working hold, he has nothing left. Eric Young, very experienced, he's a veteran in that ring. Brings him up again and again. Eric Young slowing the pace of this match. This is the pace that Eric Young wants to follow here against Tyler Bate. It's kind of a 360 of, kind of a 180, I should say, of how, oh, Eric Young really competes in that ring, and a punch right to the face. And now Eric Young gives him the receipt, and now Tyler Bate with a drop kick. Another one. And Eric Young is in big trouble. What a crossbody, throwing his weight onto Eric Young. And now Tyler Bate is feeling it. Tyler Bate is feeling the Full Sail crowd here. Sold out at Full Sail University on a night we'll see Ricochet go one-on-one with Bobby Roode, with the winner facing Jinder Mahal at NXT TakeOver New Orleans. And now Monkey Flip sends him across the ring. And now Tyler Bate. Oh, try to go for the cross chop. Oh, try to go for the right-handed Eric Young. And flips, sending receipts to one another is both Young and Bate. Oh, and what a club right to the back. And what a German! Shoulders are down here. And a kick out at one from Eric Young. And it shows that Eric Young, well, not a lot has been taken out of him. And what an arm breaker by Tyler Bate. And you know Paul Heyman, you know the Authors of Pain are watching this match. Lifts him up. Oh my God, and you see why Paul Heyman wants a guy like Tyler Bate. Paul Heyman said that Tyler Bate could be the next Brock Lesnar. He could possibly be the youngest world champion in history. At only what age? What 20, 21? And now, oh, what a right hand by Eric Young. And Eric Young, he's also been a world champion in other promotions. And now, Tyler Bate has him up. He has him up. Oh my God! Oh! What an exploder from the apron. And Tyler Bate now, kick right to the gut, able to lift Eric Young. What a power bomb! 2, 3, no! Kick out at 2.5 from Eric Young. He's still in it, but he's yet to get to his feet. I think that that powerbomb almost took him out, and that senton took him out for sure. And now Bate, moonsault, nobody home though. The knees were bent. Knees collided with ribcage as Eric Young now. Both these guys butt heads, but what a flapjack! And it looked like Eric Young was out of place. Eric Young didn't know what the hell to do. And now, hooks him up. Tyler Driver, 97. And Bate finally gets his win over Eric Young. He gets his win over Eric Young here on NXT. And what valiant effort from Tyler Bate, and that Tyler Driver 97 sends Eric Young back to the locker room. And what a victory for Tyler Bate. He is, well, beginning to feel it again. He beat Kalisto last week and he beat Eric Young this week. He's beginning to feel like himself again, I feel. And I don't know what has gotten into Tyler Bate, but I think the right thing has gotten into Tyler Bate, because I feel like he's back to the old Tyler Bate. And wait a minute. And here comes Paul Heyman. And Tyler Bate told Paul Heyman to stick it, and wait a minute. And that is a very ominous warning by Paul Heyman, that damn walrus. And wait a minute. Here come the NXT Tag Team Champions, Akam and Razor. The foreign fighters. And wait a minute! Who the hell is that? It looks like Trent Seven, and that Trent Seven's taking it to Akam of the Authors of Pain. And wait a minute, now Razor wants a piece. But wait a minute! I keep saying wait a minute because I'm out of the loop here. Tyler Bate and Trent Seven Trent Seven, a friend of Tyler Bates. Trent Seven's, Tyler Bates, mentor, his trainer. Bate and Seven stand tall over the NXT Tag Team Champions. And ladies and gentlemen, set for NXT TakeOver New Orleans, it will be the Velveteen Dream versus Apollo Crews. It's a can't miss match for TakeOver. And that is going to be, well, interesting to say the least. And it's speaking of interesting, here comes the Bruiserweight, the brand new United Kingdom champion, Pete Dunne. Pete Dunne, he beat the King Neville a couple of weeks ago on NXT TV. He took, well, debatable, it's debatable to say the least. He took Mustafa Ali's open challenge opportunity to beat Neville for the United Kingdom Championship square in the middle of that ring. And ever since then, Pete Dunne, well, he's been out of the country. He wasn't on NXT last week because he was in the United Kingdom. He was promoting the fact that he won the title. He was promoting the United Kingdom Championship. But he's here tonight. He's here in Full Sail. He's here in Orlando, Florida, amongst the sea of sharks. And he does not look prepared to compete. Does Pete Dunne? Pete Dunne, he has a microphone in his hand. Pete Dunne is set to speak. Wait a minute. What the hell? What the hell? That's Aleister Black! That's Aleister Black! That's Aleister Black! Black Mass! Black Mass and the United Kingdom champion! And Aleister Black, he said last week, the only person that's gonna come after Pete Dunne and the United Kingdom Championship is gonna be him. And Aleister Black, but wait a minute! Oh, Mustafa Ali! And Mustafa Ali gets his payback on Aleister Black from last week's episode. And now he's looking, Pete Dunne, he's looking at a down Pete Dunne. And this does not look good for the United Kingdom champion. And the 054 right to Pete Dunne, and look who's behind him. And what a confrontation between those three. But next week on NXT, it'll be Ember Moon going one-on-one with Sarah Logan, as well as Candice LeRae taking on Liv Morgan. In the winner of those matches, if Candice and Moon are able to advance, they will advance to the Fatal 4-Way match at TakeOver. And ladies and gentlemen, a match just made by Shawn Michaels. It'll be Mustafa Ali going one-on-one with Aleister Black. And that is a #1 contenders match. And you can, well, say the same thing for this. a number one contenders match of sorts. And Bobby friggin' Roode, the glorious one, Bobby Roode, one of the finalists of the NXT Championship Tournament. And Bobby Roode, he's in the finals. He's beat Johnny Gargano. He's beat Oney Lorcan to get here. And this tournament has been going on for the past 8 weeks of NXT television. We've seen Roderick Strong beat Cassius Ohno. We've seen Bobby Roode beat Oney Lorcan. We've seen Ricochet beat Drew Gulak. And we've seen Johnny Gargano beat the Velveteen Dream in the first round. And then in the second round, we've seen Ricochet beat Roderick Strong. And we've seen Bobby Roode beat Johnny Gargano. And it all comes down to this. It comes down to the main event of NXT here tonight. It comes down to Bobby Roode going one-on-one with Ricochet. And this is the final of the NXT Championship Tournament. That means the winner of this match advances to NXT TakeOver New Orleans to challenge Jinder Mahal for the NXT Championship. It's high stakes in this main event here on NXT. Bobby Roode, he hasn't been NXT. None of these guys have been the NXT champion before. But Bobby Roode, he knows what it's like to be a world champion. He knows what it's like to be in the spotlight. He knows what it's like to be in the main event. Ricochet, you really can't say the same for him. Ricochet, he's been near the spotlight, but he hasn't been in it. He's yet to be in it. He's only been in NXT for what, 2 months? And he's already built himself an incredible resume. Has beaten the likes of Drew Gulak, has beaten the likes of Roderick Strong. Cassius Ohno, you can put in that as well. Confronted Jinder Mahal in the main event of NXT TakeOver Brooklyn a couple of months ago. And Ricochet, he is set for the biggest match of his career so far. And Ricochet, both him and Bobby Roode, they busted their ass back and forth, up and down here in that NXT ring, that squared circle surrounded by yellow ropes. These guys have put their bodies on the line, especially Ricochet. Ricochet, he's only been here for a couple of months. He's only been here for what? Maybe about 12 weeks? And he's already has the potential of being the NXT champion if he beats Bobby Roode here tonight in the main event of NXT. Bobby Roode has been in the main event of NXT. He knows what it's like to be in the main event. He knows what it's like to be on a takeover show. Ricochet doesn't have that, well, he doesn't share that same, the same accolades that Bobby Roode has. And collar and elbow tie up, Ricochet pushes Bobby Roode into the ropes. And what a fair break between these two. And now Bobby Roode with the front neck lock. And this is going to be a wrestling clinic for sure. Because you know Bobby Roode, he knows the speed of Ricochet. He knows how Ricochet gets down in that squared circle. He's going to try to bring this match all the way down to a 4. While Ricochet usually brings it up to a 10. As now Bobby Roode's going to stomp away all on Ricochet. And already the theatrics is beginning to seep through the cracks here in our NXT main event between Bobby Roode and Ricochet. The winner of this contest will go one-on-one with the modern-day Maharaja, the current NXT champion Jinder Mahal, for that very NXT title at TakeOver. So it's big stakes in this contest as Ricochet climbs to the top rope and a Hurricane Rana. Hurricane Rana right to Bobby Roode, and well, Bobby Roode doesn't know where the hell he's at after that one. Try to go for a kick. Dude! Saw it coming, and what a kick! Right to the back of the head. Oh! Shooting star press, and Ricochet, he just does it with ease. He does it with ease, does Ricochet. 2, almost has him, and a kick out at 2. Oh, knife edge chop, and another knife edge chop by Ricochet, this time a right hand. Nobody home from that one, and now Bobby Roode gonna deliver. Bobby Roode gonna deliver strikes of his own. Roode gonna deliver strikes of his own, duck down. Another duck down by Roode, and Roode with a snap power slam. As quick as a cat is Bobby Roode, but he's as loud as a dog when it comes to the way he acts. And Bobby Roode, he's just had this shift in attitude lately. He's less prideful, and he's more egotistical. He's more full of himself than he's ever been. And now Ricochet, oh, wait a minute, DDT, and he spikes Bobby Roode right on the top of his head. And now Ricochet, oh, stops himself, does the one and only, but wait a minute! Over the top goes Ricochet. He stopped himself when he saw Bobby Roode move, but Bobby Roode, he got a little bit too cocky. Roode got a little too cocky, and it's gonna cost him. Well, it did cost him. Roode back into the ring, and what an insecurity by Ricochet, almost took the guy's head off. Almost took the man's head off, did Ricochet. And now Ricochet hooks him up, back suplex. Landed right on the back of his head, did Bobby Roode. And now the strength of Ricochet. This guy is strong, and what a power bomb! Shoulders are down, he's in big trouble, and a kick out at 2 by Bobby Roode. And the strength of Ricochet says it all. This guy's only, what, 190 pounds? And he's able to lift the 265-pound Bobby Roode and slam him into the mat, as Bobby Roode now with the knife edge chops. Has the arms. Oh, and he slams Ricochet. Slams Ricochet full force into the mat. As now Bobby Roode is setting it up. He's setting up. He wants him to his feet again. Plants Ricochet. Planted Ricochet. And now Roode again. Roode again wants him to his feet. Roode again wants Ricochet to his feet. Oh! But what a counter by Ricochet. Ricochet, what a hurricane water! Never ceases to amaze me, does Ricochet. Elbow. And no, DDT! DDT! Head first onto the apron, paying homage to his good friend Johnny Gargano. And I'm pretty sure Ricochet wanted to face Johnny Gargano in the main event here tonight. And oh no, oh my god! Oh my god! And Ricochet, he crashed and burned. And I don't think he knows where he's at. Ricochet might be injured. Ricochet might have a broken rib. He might have a concussion. Oh! He might have some internal bleeding. Because Ricochet, after that drop, that hard fall on the concrete floor there, and kicked right to the rib cage. And again, Ricochet is in big trouble as Bobby Roode is beginning to turn this match, turn the notch down. Oh, as the knee collides with the jaw. Roode beginning to turn the notch a little bit lower. And wait a minute, come on now, Roode. You don't have to play dirty. And a right hand. Oh, and another punch right to the face of Ricochet. You don't gotta play dirty, man. To win the match. And making sure the referee didn't see him unhook that turnbuckle pad, so he goes to another turnbuckle to revert his attention, to revert the official's attention away from the turnbuckle, which is a, veteran strategy by Bobby Roode. Bobby Roode has been in this game for 20 plus years. More than Ricochet. And it's similar to what Tyler Bate and Eric Young went at it against each other earlier tonight. It's the age difference. It's the age difference coming into play. It's the experience coming into play here. As Ricochet now is in real big trouble. As Bobby Roode lifts him up and he Drops him right on the jaw. And now Rude. Just the methodical pace. This is the pace that Bobby Roode likes. This is the pace that got him to beat Johnny Gargano last week. And look at him just pulling away at the arms. Pulling away at the arms of Ricochet. And a spear! Spear! Shoulders are down! Shoulders are down! And Ricochet kicks out at 2 3/4. And Ricochet, he's still in the finals. He's still in this. The winner of this match goes to take over to compete for the NXT Championship. Big stakes in this match. And huge axe handle by Bobby Roode. Roode now, he wants Ricochet to his feet. He wants a beaten down. Ricochet to his feet. And what a backbreaker knee. Digs right into the spine of Ricochet. And now, Bobby Roode with the working hold, with the chin lock. Making sure that Ricochet doesn't try to get to his feet. Making sure that Ricochet doesn't have energy left by the end of this contest. Allowing him to capitalize, which allowed him to capitalize on Johnny Gargano last week. As Bobby Roode again wrenching away at Ricochet. Wrenching away at the one and only. But now, Ricochet elbows. Elbows to the gut. Superboy. No. Enziguri caught him right on the back of his head. Caught him right on the back of his head. Did Ricochet. Kick right to the gut. Trying to go for another kick to the gut. And what a flip drop kick by Ricochet. What a flip drop kick by Ricochet, and it needs Bobby Roode needs the ropes to get to his feet. Needs the ropes to get to his feet, but there goes Bobby Roode to the outside of the ring, and this does not look good for the Glorious One. And Ricochet soars, and this time it's successful. As Bobby Roode he might just be on Dream Street, and now splashing on Bobby Roode's rib cage. Rib on rib collision by Ricochet, and a kick out at 2 by Roode. And Roode, I don't think he knows where the hell he's at. On the knees. The Meteor Aurora right to the face of Bobby Roode. Trying to go for the 450 splash. Nobody home. Bobby Roode now has the arm. Plants him. Roode planted Ricochet. And now has him up. Has Ricochet up on his shoulders. What a Roode bomb. Roode bomb to Ricochet. Roode bomb. And a kick out at 2. Again. Again, a kick out at 2. And now, you can just feel the methodical pace coming in. Again, Bobby Roode again. Roode bomb for the second time in this match. A second Roode bomb hooking up the leg. And again, a kick out at 2 by Ricochet. And you see Bobby Roode, he's getting visibly frustrated. The frustration beginning to boil. Frustration beginning to boil for Bobby Roode here as Ricochet. Huge knife edge chop. Gonna turn. What a blockbuster. He's gonna turn Ricochet's chest into mince meat. And every move in this match going on is pivotal. Because any move from now on between either Bobby Roode or Ricochet can end the match, just like the spine buster, and a kick out at 2 again by Ricochet. And Bobby Roode, he's visibly getting upset. He might be losing his sanity here. Has him up, does Bobby Roode, but what a DDT by Ricochet. And Ricochet, he might just be mounting a comeback and a super kick. Super kick clapped Bobby Roode and a kick out by Roode. Both of these guys showing that they're resilient. Both of these guys showing that they want to go to TakeOver. Both of them show that they want to go to takeover. Oh, and a knee. Knee right to the face. And Ricochet! Oh no! Nobody hoped for the Phoenix Splash! Nobody hoped for the Phoenix Splash! And Bobby Roode! Glorious DDT! Glorious DDT! Glorious DDT! Glorious DDT! And a kick out at 2 by Ricochet! A kick out at 2 and 7/8 and Bobby Roode doesn't know what the hell to do. He doesn't know what to do to Ricochet. He doesn't know what to do with Ricochet. And oh, what a huge bear elbow. Another bear elbow. And look who's in that steel corner. Moonsault. And wait a minute. Ricochet on the top. Oh no, knees were bit. Knees were bit again. Knees were bit again. But, oh, Ricochet saw it coming. Ricochet saw it coming. What a snapmare and what a penalty kick. Ricochet drops Bobby Roode right on his freaking head. Right on his head. And Bobby Roode kicks out at 2. Both of these guys showing that you're going to have to kill him to beat him. Oh, and he drops Bobby Roode with that lifting DDT. And wait a minute. Ricochet now. Ricochet now. What a moonsault. The people's moonsault. I'd like to call it. No. Paying homage to The Rock, but it doesn't get Ricochet the victory here. Nightmare Chapo and a European uppercut. And this has been a match between two gladiators, between the two finalists. Oh! Between Bobby Roode and Ricochet. And there goes Bobby Roode. There goes Bobby Roode. And wait a minute. What is Ricochet thinking? Through the middle rope. Back first onto the guardrail with Bobby Roode. And wait a minute, Ricochet now, Ricochet over the top, again Ricochet flies, suicide dive, follows it up with the Spaceman plancha, and now on the top rope is Ricochet, 630 splash onto Bobby Roode, and Ricochet is going to take over New Orleans. Ricochet is the winner of the NXT Championship Tournament. And what a grueling tournament this was. Ricochet is going to take over, and he's going to fight for the NXT Championship. This has been weeks in the making for the one and only Bobby Roode. Yet again comes oh so close to realizing the dream, but now Ricochet is literally one step closer. Wait a minute! And that's the NXT champion. That's the NXT champion, Jinder Mahal. And now he's going to send, Ricochet an early message. Oh, going to send Ricochet an early message before TakeOver. And now Jinder Mahal, we haven't seen him in weeks. He's been watching from the sidelines. Has Jinder Mahal. And now he finds this opportunity to strike. Does Jinder Mahal, and now Mahal wraps the arm around the chest of the Colossus. And ladies and gentlemen, we're out of time.